What is up, my young justice brethren? Shown up the King here, and I'm here to bring you my review for Young Justice Invasion Season 2, Episode 10. Before I get started with this review, I have to give you guys a bit of bad news. As you all noticed, Saturday, I'm all pumped. I'm up watching my Saturday morning cartoons, and, I got a full list of crap that I watch. And, I'm sitting here, I'm turning to Cartoon Network. I'm ready to sit down and watch some Young Justice. Got my bowl of cereal and shit. And then all of a sudden, I see some damn dragons. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? What is this? I'm like going through my info button. I'm looking through and I'm like, it says Young Justice episode 10. But why the fuck is How to Train Dragons on here? I want to see how you train a fucking dragon. I want to see somebody getting punched in the fucking face. It looks like, for some strange reason, Cartoon Network decided to pull Young Justice from this Saturday time slot. And just to let you guys know ahead of time, it will not be back until January. Yes, light your torches, start sending Cartoon Network and their Twitter account nasty messages, because yes, they are pushing back Young Justice and Green Lantern till January. Now, I was able to view the episode again. There are multiple ways you can find it. I'm not gonna, throw them out there because again, you don't want to blow up people's spots. But the main way that people have been viewing the episode is on iTunes. So I'm not sure if iTunes has pulled it down, but as far as I know, you can watch the episode on iTunes, like you have been. So go ahead and check out Young Justice episode 10, or just Google it. You can find different ways of watching it. But anyway, let's jump into this review. I'm actually double upset because this was one hell of an episode. Let me tell you, like, this entire season had been building up to this moment. We found out who the partner was, what their agenda was. Is Aqualad really a spy? Like, it was just like so much that was compacted into that 1/2 hour. It was fantastic. Like, again, this show is so good, and I'm not trying to be a fanboy, but it's good. Like, seriously, if there was one show that they try to cancel, and I would probably have to write a nasty letter or do something drastic, it would be this show, because it's just that fucking good. Alright, but enough fanboying, I'm done. Let's jump into this recap review. And keep in mind, this is spoilers, so if you guys have not seen the episode, I will be talking about plot points, details, and inevitably spoilers. So if you want to, find the episode and watch it first, then come back and look at my review, do so. But just to let you know, I will be now discussing spoilers for Young Justice episode 10. Spoiler alert! Alright, so the episode starts off with a flashback of Blue Beetle, Ray. I think his name is, I can't remember his Mexican name. I think his last name is like Reyes or something like that. Jaime, yeah, that's right. Jaime is riding his bike past a tech lab that explodes, and the Blue Beetle Scarab flies out the window. He picks it up, it attaches to his back, and that's how the Blue Beetle is born. We then get a flash of the Atlantic Ocean. This is where all the superheroes and the metahumans are being held, and we find out who the partner is, and they are aliens, and they're being used by Black Beetle. Now, again, this is Black Beetle's first introduction. I was wrong. I will say I was wrong, because maybe 3 or 4 episodes back when they kidnapped Jaime's friend, and I told you guys that it was Katniss was going to be the partner. I ended up being wrong, because that superhero group that's going to inevitably be made from those metahumans, they will become a part of Katniss. So I think for the show they kind of changed things around, which is fine, no big deal. But again, I'm just saying that the way that I thought things were going was not the same way. And we get introduced into Black Beetle. Now, Black Beetle is a fucking badass. I mean, he's like 10 times the size of Blue Beetle. He's more aggressive, and his suit, quite frankly, looks a lot better. We get introduced to him, and he's basically talking to the competitors to the Croatanes about, basically experimenting, trying to weaponize superpowers. And again, this is probably, a lot of times, we get villains who talk about world domination and shit like that, but they never really have a good idea. Actually, this is a pretty diabolical thing because there's nothing worse that you can do than weaponize superpowers. Like, can you imagine having the abilities to give somebody the powers of the Incredible Hulk? I know it's the wrong franchise, but you get what I'm saying. And you can just pretty much give someone a pill and they can become a superhero. Oh my God, the chaos it can create. So, the Young Justice team, again, like I said, we know that this was a setup from the beginning between Robin, Aqualad, Artemis, and Kid Flash. They were all in on it. So, again, they now know they're trying to set up a scheme so that they can get the rest of the team free. Eventually, they all get there with a little bit of suspicion from some of the teammates as to how Nightwing got his information. It wasn't really that, big of a deal, but they did ask some questions. They end up infiltrating the base, and a huge fight ensues. And this is where the episode gets really good. So they start to slowly release everybody. Aqualad at this point has already got a tour of the facilities, and he's already figured out where everybody is, and except Blue Beetle. And at the point where he asks about Blue Beetle, he's pretty much promptly shut down. It's like, you're on a need to know basis. You don't need to know shit about Blue Beetle. So again, like I said, the battle ensued. Miss Martian is going through, and she frees Beast Boy, and they're on their way heading out, and they run into Calder. And Miss Martian is like pissed, and she has this ability now where she likes to lobotomize people and turn them into vegetables. So she actually tries that on Aqualad, Calder. And as she's trying to mind wipe Calder, she actually reads his mind and gathers all the information on the betrayal and the secret plan. And she's mortified because then she ends up hurting him, and it looks like she put him in a comatose state at the last minute, not realizing what she had done. And it looks like Beast Boy was at the point of getting ready to hurt Aqualad when Artemis steps in and stops him. And she says something along the lines of, you take your girl and I'll take my guy, and we'll just leave it at that. Now, at this point, the Black Beetle is already fully engaged in battle with the rest of the Young Justice team, and he is annihilating them. Like, literally, he is beating the shit out of like 6 to 7 members of the Justice League, the Young Justice team, and he's not even like, they're shooting him. Superboy's trying to punch at him. He's just having his way with them. And there's this one scene. Let me describe it for you guys. This is one scene where Miss Martian finally makes it to the battle, and they're all trying to escape. And she tries to phase through the wall, and I guess he notices that she's phasing through, so he changes the molecular structure of the object she's trying to phase through and gets stuck in the middle. So then Supergirl is like, what did you do to her? And he was like, I can do the same thing to you, but I'll do it the old-fashioned way. And then he proceeds to grab Wonder Girl and slam her repeatedly into the wall. Like, he had to have done it like at least 20 to 30 times. It was awesome. And like, literally, it was just like boom, boom, boom. And he finally stops, and she crumples to the ground in a heap. And then finally Blue Beetle shows up with Impulse, because again, Impulse, it's just so much going on. Again, like I said, Impulse was one of the ones that got captured. But once he got free, he started running through the entire place looking for Blue Beetle. And now we figure out why he decided to become friends with Blue Beetle. Because apparently in his future, Black Beetle gets the Blue Beetle suit and takes over the world. That's why he comes back in time, to prevent Blue Beetle from taking over the world. Now, Jaime thinks he's the one that's going to do it, but you can clearly tell that the guy in the Blue Beetle suit is the current Black Beetle. You know that. So somehow in that guy's timeline, it looks like Blue Beetle Jaime lost his suit and probably died, and then Black Beetle took over the Blue Beetle suit and took over the world. That's what happened. So, he's trying to prevent that from happening, and then Blue Beetle and Black Beetle engage in this epic fight. It's awesome. It's like, you guys just got to find the episode and watch it. I can't really give you a blow-by-blow on that, because again, it's kind of hard to do a synopsis of this episode, because majority of it was just fighting, and I loved every second of it. So the team finally gets away. The only ones that's left is Blue Beetle and Black Beetle, and Blue Beetle manages to get away from Black Beetle and escape the area. Lagoon Boy saves them. They fly off, and that pretty much ends the episode. Now there are some things that still haven't been addressed. Megan has not addressed the fact that she knows that Calder was a part of this big scheme. Superboy still doesn't know. So I'm assuming in episode 11 or 12, we're going to get more details on that. Now, again, like I said, I'm not sure what we're going to get next week. Now, iTunes can decide to go ahead and show episode 11, or they could not. But I promise you it won't be on Cartoon Network next week. And again, like I said, I'll be looking online. And again, if I do figure out that it is online, it's available, I will do a video and let you guys know where you could possibly watch the episode. But again, like I said, it's probably just as simple as Googling, Young Justice episode 10. You'll be able to find it. But again, I want to know what you guys thought about the episode. Were you just as hyped and pumped as I was? Is Young Justice your favorite TV show right now? Because it is for me right now. As far as cartoon shows go, Young Justice is the reason that I wake up on Saturday mornings, and I love it. But again, I want to know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Show love the king, the one and only. You guys have a fantastic night.